On the night of August 15, 1971, most Americans were asleep. They had no idea that while they slept, a decision was being made in the White House. A decision that would quietly rob every single one of them for the next 50 years. And here's the thing, nobody told them. Nobody told their kids. Nobody told you. To understand what happened that night, you need to know what money actually was before 1971. For almost 30 years, the US dollar was backed by gold. Real physical gold sitting in Fort Knox. 1 ounce of gold equaled $35 guaranteed. Written into international law at a place called Bretton Woods in 1944. What that meant for you, for ordinary working people, was beautiful in its simplicity. If you saved $10 today, those $10 would buy roughly the same amount of stuff in 10 years. Your money held its value. Time was on your side. Your grandfather understood this. He worked hard, he saved diligently, he put money aside, and it actually meant something. That was the deal. Work hard, save money, build a life. It was a fair deal. A real deal. Until one Sunday night in August, when that deal was quietly canceled. By the late 1960s, the US government had a problem. A very expensive problem. The Vietnam War was costing hundreds of billions of dollars. Social programs were expanding fast. And the government did what broke governments always do. It started printing more money than it had gold to back. Foreign governments noticed. France noticed first. They looked at all those extra dollars floating around and said, "Hold on, we want our gold." The gold reserves at Fort Knox started shrinking, visibly shrinking, and that's when Nixon made his move. On that Sunday night in August 1971, he went on national television and announced what economists now call the Nixon Shock. The United States would no longer exchange dollars for gold. Just like that, the deal was off. He sold it as a temporary measure. A necessary step. He said, and I am not making this up, your dollar will be worth just as much tomorrow as it is today. It was not temporary. And your dollar was absolutely not worth just as much. Here's what actually happened after that night. When you untether money from something real, from gold, from any physical limit, governments can print as much of it as they want. And they do. More money in the system means each individual dollar buys a little less. That's inflation. And inflation isn't just a number that economists argue about on TV. Inflation is a tax. A silent, invisible tax that hits every single person who earns wages and saves money in a bank account. Let's make this real. In 1971, a loaf of bread cost 25 cents. Today it costs around $4.50. That is not because bread got more expensive to make. That is because the dollar got cheaper. Your money lost over 90% of its purchasing power since that August night. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Your salary has not kept up. For most working people, wages have grown much slower than prices. The treadmill has been getting faster. And you've been running harder just to stay in the same place. You're not imagining it. The numbers are real. And the reason it's happening isn't bad luck, it's by design. I want to show you 3 numbers. Number 1. In 1971, the median American household income was around $10,000 a year. A house cost roughly $25,000. That means the average worker needed to save for about 2.5 years. Today, the median household income is $78,000, and the median home price? Over $400,000. That's more than 5 years of your entire income, before tax, before food, before anything else. Number 2. If you had put $1 into a savings account in 1971, you'd have roughly $4 today. Except that same dollar in 1971 would need to be worth almost $8 today just to have the same purchasing power. The bank thanked you. Inflation took the difference. Number 3. Since 1971, the S&P 500, a basket of top American companies, has gone up by roughly 70 times over. Meanwhile, the purchasing power of the dollar in a savings account has gone down by over 85%. The people who saved in dollars got poorer. The people who owned assets got rich. That is not an accident. So who benefited from all of this? Because someone always benefits. When you untether money from gold, the people who win are the people who own real things. Every time the government printed more dollars, asset prices went up. And whoever owned those assets got wealthier automatically without doing a single extra hour of work. Meanwhile, the person earning a salary, your salary, watched their paycheck grow slowly while prices grew faster. The wealth gap between the top 10% and everyone else has grown every single decade since 1971. The rules are what they are. You can be angry about that. Or you can understand it and use it. Shift 1. Stop treating savings as a destination and start treating it as a waiting room. Money in a savings account is not saved money. It is slowly evaporating money. Shift 2. Understand that not all debt is the same. The debt that builds wealth is productive debt. A mortgage on a property that inflates in value. Shift 3, and this is the most important one. Start thinking in assets, not income. Assets. Things you own that produce value without requiring your time. Keep working at 3 in the morning. The family that went to sleep on August 15, 1971 didn't lose because they were lazy. They lost because nobody handed them a map. That's what this channel is. The Wealth Slate. Every week we hand you the map. If this video opened your eyes to something, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.